think that's what I told you guys to put in, right? I'm not sure. 708, 805.
I mean, it worked.
Well, we're the only ones here. Everybody's here, but the teacher's not here.
Is that why we need the password? Because she's not here yet?
I don't know, girl.
That's so weird. Donovan just sent out a text. The Zoom password.
We'll see. I don't know what that means. Okay, here she is.
Hi. Everybody's in the room before me?
Well, you had asked for some code.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed the code to the Zoom meeting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it did. It was weird.
It looked weird.
Yeah, because I'm not used to that.
Me either. Me either. So let me make sure I get everybody in here. I'm like, this is kind of odd. It did that on my morning class too. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on with it.
It's probably
Oh.
an update.
What? Uh-huh.
It's probably a new update for the Zoom app itself.
Oh, okay.
That way
It
that
just is weird.
can sit in the class and still be, even if the teacher has to leave for a little bit.
Strange, huh? This is really weird. Usually I have to come into the room first to do that, and it's like everybody's already on. I'm like, okay. No big deal. I don't mind.
We're all ready.
I know, I see that. You all got your pencils out and your workbooks, your handout.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Okay, let me just make sure I get everybody down here. Because you guys are all here before me. Oh, hi, Donovan. That's probably why. Were you in the class before I got here, Donovan? No? We're wondering why the class they had to put in a new code. Okay, let me get the rest of you in here first, and then I will call everyone's name out so that I make sure I got everyone. I got that. Okay, Alicia. Hi, Sam. You okay? Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, let me see. I got 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14. Oh, got everybody in here. Okay, so kind of wave your hand. Anthony, I got yours. Okay, Athena, she's right there. Okay, Jasmine H, I got you. Victoria R, there you are. Okay, Anna Ann, there you are. Alicia, I got you. Susanna, where'd you go? There you are. Okay, Valerie E, hi, there you are. Okay, Victoria D, there you are. Sam H, got you. Adriana, there you are. He's like, I'm right in front of you all the time. Jocelyn, okay. Tatiana, got you. Did I get everyone? Oh, Abby, you just came in, right? Okay. So we were on chapter 7 last week, right? My internet coming crazy. Okay, we talked about hair structure last week, right? And we went through the hair evaluation, which was texture, right? Density, porosity. Let's see if you remember any of that. Those are the 4 things that we check when we're doing any type of a chemical, right? Okay, so what is the texture? What are we looking for? Go ahead. Anyone want to take a wild guess?
When did we start chapter 7?
The feel of the hair. Ooh, last week. Who asked that question? I'm trying to figure out.
Victoria D.
My screen's frozen. So who asked the question? Okay. Yeah, we were working on it last week. Density, what does that mean?
How much hair?
Per square inch, right? And then porosity, what does that mean?
Like the absorption, how much it can absorb,
Correct. And then the elasticity.
how much it can stretch.
Correct. Good. And we all had good structural strength last week, right? Because we pulled hair out of our head. Did the little exercise. Okay, so you should be like on common hair conditions, which would be on 191 in your handout, right? Or your study guide. It's like fill in the missing elements for the following charts, correct?
What section of chapter 7 are we filling in?
We're on, still should be hair theory 7.1.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. But it should be on like page 191 or real close to those pages for your study guide. Okay, and then your text is going to be, let's see, mine doesn't have a text on that part. I'm going to say 189, between 184 and 189, okay? Give or take those pages in your textbook. But we're going to go through like the different hair conditions, like broken hair, okay, split ends, that kind of stuff. All right. So your very first one is going to be broken hair, which is also known as abraded, and that's spelled A-B-R-A-D-E-D, abraded hair. Okay, and this is usually from excessive stretching or excessive chemical treatments. Okay.
Where should we have gotten this handout from?
Stretching or excessive chemical treatment. Probably from, don't they give you a handout each week? Some of you, or
I just
it's
wasn't
in your
here
study
Saturday.
guide?
So this.
Oh, we don't do class on Saturday. We're only doing it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
What she's
What?
talking about 7.2.
What happened, Anthony?
Well, it's not in hair theory.
Oh, it is too?
In hair care, 7.2.
Okay. Yeah, mine 7.2 doesn't start until the next page, but I'll give you that, probably 7.2. Is it pulling up on your study guide there?
Yeah, when you're talking to us about it, it's on 7.2.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Because mine hadn't changed over yet, and I'm just looking at this particular page here.
And then right
Okay.
before it on ours, it goes into like texture, density, what it feels like, we did all that, right? Firmness.
Right,
Okay,
that's what we did last week.
on 7.2.
Okay. Okay, so that's where we're at right now, okay? You got it, Valerie? Or Victoria, who was that asking? Okay, so the second one then is gonna be split ends, right? And under, also known as, you're gonna put fragilistic cranium or trichoptinosis. You want some spelling on this? All right, here's the first word. It's Fragilitis. Okay, new word, cranium. It's CRINIUM. Okay, or it's going to be trichoptilosis. Let me spell that one. TRICHOPTILOSIS. Okay, and under the cause or treatment, this one actually is treatment. It's a protein conditioner to seal or cut off the ends. Okay, so that's going to go into the cause or treatment. Protein conditioner to seal or cut the ends off.
Which section are you at? I don't see what you're talking about.
Okay, we're right here. Okay, right here.
Second page. Okay.
Okay. Did you find it? I thought it was on 7.1, but it's apparently 7.2 because it doesn't say it in mine until the next page. Thank you. My book's an older book, okay? You have to bear with me there. Okay. The next one's going to be matting, right? M-A-T-T-I-N-G. And it's also known as Pilica polynecea. And I'm going to spell that one for you too. This is also known as P-I-L-I-C-A, new word, P-O-L-O-N-I-C-A. Okay, and cause and treatment, it's going to be masses of hairs tangled together. You want to cut it off. So it's masses of hair tangled together. And you want to cut it off. There's a couple of clients that come in occasionally that have not brushed their hair. Okay, they end up with the same matting that they're talking about. Okay, the next one is nodules. Okay, these are under your hair conditions. All right, and this one's also known as trichorhexic nodosa. And that's spelled TRICHORRHEXIS. Nodosa is N-O-D-O-S-A. Okay, and these are basically lumps along the hair shaft, and they're caused by poorly performed chemical services. Okay.
Can you repeat
Caused
how
by
to do that?
poorly. What? Hon?
Can you repeat how to spell those words after you digress?
Okay, it sounds like you're just mumbling. That's why I'm trying to ask you. Can you ask me in the chat?
Okay.
Uh-oh. Do you want me to say it again? Is that what you're asking me? Athena, Yes, okay. You ready? TRICHORRHEXIS. Okay, and it's nodosa, the next word, NODOSA. All right, and this is lumps along the hair shaft caused by poorly performed chemical services. Okay, did you get it? Dina, let me see your face, honey. There we go. Okay. All right. The next word is canities. All right, this is CANITIES. It's also known as gray or white hair. Okay. And its cause or treatment is congenital or through illness. Okay, so it's when the hair actually just turns gray or white. You could be born with it. That's what they mean by congenital. Okay, or it could be caused by an illness. Okay, the next one is ringed hair, RINGED. And it has nothing under also known as, because that's its only name. Okay, and this is alternating bands of gray and dark exist. Okay, alternating bands of gray and dark exist. Okay, she's not hitting the button. I don't know what's going on. Can someone let her know she's got to just hit it, because it's not letting me know that she's there, and I can't let her in unless I can see her. Oh, that's not it either. Keep trying, Venetia. Tell her to try again, because it's not coming through. She's going to have to hit that button or that code, because it's not coming up on my screen to let her in. Are you letting her know, Anthony?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because she's not up on the screen for me to say, let her in. It just says, Athena's just going, Venetia's in the waiting room. I'm like, I can't let her in unless she shows up on my screen. Oh, that's just, it's not letting me do anything. Okay. This is weird. Hold on, let me see if I can get that. No, it's not showing up. Not coming up. I can't let her in and it'll like see it on the screen, so I don't know what to tell her.
Okay, so she's saying that she used the meeting code like normal, but she's saying that the password part isn't working to let her into the rest of it.
I know, and I'm trying to get a hold of Donovan and he's not, no one answers in there. And I can't let her in unless, because I don't even know what the password is. It's been changed. Hello? Hi. Is Donovan in there? Yeah. Hi. I'm doing good. I just can't let people in my classroom. I don't know what's going on. I know, I'm trying to let students in. I'm having problems with the Zoom. All right, thanks. Let's see. Hold on. Hello? I can't work the Zoom. I can't let certain students in. It's asking, they're asking for a code and I don't know what the code is. Okay, well, Venetia can't get in and it doesn't show up here that for me to let her in. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay. Bye. He's got her under control, apparently. All right. You ready to move on then? All right. Hypertrichosis is the next one, right? Do you need spelling on that one? Anyone? Okay. AKA hirsutis, and it's HIRSUTIES. Okay, and its cause of treatment, it is abnormal coverage of hair on the body. And then you can just write in there, tweeze, wax, electrolysis, laser, anything to remove that hair. So it's abnormal coverage of hair on the body, and then any of those.
What was the spelling of what it
Turn
was
right
known
onto Pearl
as?
Street.
I managed to get in.
Okay, I was wondering who that was. So like, I don't know what was going on, honey.
In a
I
quarter
don't know.
mile,
It never
turn left
happened
onto
to
Clay
me.
Street.
Okay, so now you got to shut your sound off. All right. All right, the last one is monolithics. Okay, and this is also known as beads or nodes on the hair shaft. Okay, beads or nodes on the hair shaft. And the cause or treatment is conditioning treatments can be given. And that's all they tell us. Conditioning treatments can be given. Oh, fun. The next one are my favorite. These are the ones you will see on your clients, okay? Not very, they have odors and they have scaly, crusty looking things on it. Okay, so the first one is going to be psoriasis, right? Okay, its medical term is psoriasis. It's the same thing. Okay, its description is thick, crusty patches of red irritated skin or scalp. Okay, so thick, crusty patches of red irritated skin or scalp. And this one you're going to refer to a physician, refer to a doctor. Good? Okay. Dandruff is the next, and its medical term is pityriasis, and that's spelled P-I-T-Y-R-I-A-S-I-S. Okay, and its description is chronic scalp condition with excessive flaking. Okay, chronic scalp condition with excessive flaking. And its treatment is going to be frequent shampooing with anti-dandruff shampoos. Frequent shampooing with anti-dandruff shampoos. Which would be something a lot easier to get rid of it is a little bit of white vinegar on the scalp, massage it in there before you shampoo. Leave it on for about 5 minutes and then shampoo the hair twice and it'll take the dandruff right off the scalp. Literally,
Can you
it'll get rid of all of it.
the description and treatment for dandruff?
Okay, chronic scalp condition with excessive flaking. Okay. And it has frequent shampooing with anti-dandruff shampoos. All right, the next one is the dry dandruff, okay? And this one's known as pityriasis capitis simplex. So it's PITYRIASIS, new word, CAPITIS, and then simplex, SIMPLEX. Since a lot of these have to do with dandruff, I'm just going to tell you that much right now. Okay, pityriasis is always going to be that first term because that means dandruff. Okay, but when it's talking about like on the scalp, think of the cap, baseball caps on your scalp. Okay, that's an easy way to help you remember some of them. Okay, all right, so this one under its description is going to be the dry flakes attached to the scalp or hair, okay, that appear translucent. Okay, they appear translucent. And its treatment is the same as above. So it's going to be shampooing with anti-dandruff shampoo. Okay. We kind of already know because we went through our chemistry part of that. What do those anti-dandruff shampoos actually do? They end up drying the scalp anyway. So that's why I really don't care for them, but depends on which line I guess you're using. You can't use the ones over the counter because they do make the scalp drier. It's a waste, it seems like. All right, then you have a greasy, waxy dandruff, okay? And this one's known as pityriasis steatodes, okay? And it's PITYRIASIS, okay? And then it's STEATOIDES. And this is oily, flaky dandruff combined with sebum. And it can be in clusters. So it's an oily, flaky dandruff combined with sebum, be in clusters, frequent shampooing with anti-dandruff treatment. Okay, so there was only one that you referred to a physician, which was the first one, the psoriasis, right? The rest of them were frequent shampooing with anti-dandruff shampoos. Then you're going to get to your external parasites because we don't work on external parasites. Okay. All of these, the treatment are going to be referred to a physician. Okay. Just an FYI. So I don't even have to go through that part. All right. Your first one is ringworm. Okay. And its medical term is TINEA, TINEA. And its description is red circular patches of small blisters. Okay. A red circular patch of small blisters. Okay. All right. And then you have the ringworm of the scalp. Okay, so this one's going to be TINEA capitis. TINEA, that new word, CAPITIS. And these are enlarged open hair follicles surrounded by red spots. Okay, enlarged open hair follicles surrounded by red spots. Okay, because on your scalp you have more follicles with more than just one hair in them. Okay, on your scalp. The rest of the body, you might find a couple of them, but not every single follicle just about has one in there. Right, so what happens when you get this, it actually enlarges the follicle itself, and it's all red around the base of that follicle. Okay, then you have honeycomb ringworm, and this one's known as TINEA favosa. Okay. And this is TINEA, new word, FAVOSA. I'm sorry. This one's dry, crusted areas on the scalp. And this one usually has an odor, okay? So it's a dry, crusty area on the scalp. And it does have an odor. It's yellow, it's nasty. So all these are like, you just want to go. All right, I've seen a lot of things, but that stuff just makes me want to go, just turn. My whole stomach turns. All right, itch mite. These are known as scabies. That's its medical term, okay? Scabies. And these are red, watery vesicles or pus-filled areas. First place you'll usually see them is on the stomach. They look like little red marks where they've taken little bites and they've got blood drawn on them. So it looks like little measles all in your stomach at first. Okay, and that's what the scabies look like.
What was the description again?
It is red, watery vesicles and pus-filled areas. But to me, I've seen them on students. They have, it looks like little red dots all over their stomach. Okay. It's a little strange, but that's what it looks like. Not so much watery vesicles, probably because you're scratching at it because they do itch. Okay. And then you have head lice, and its medical term is pediculosis capitis. So it's PEDICULOSIS. And capitis is CAPITIS. And this is an infestation on the scalp. Boobs. Okay, so all of those were referred to physicians. All right. Any of them need to be repeated? Everyone got them all? Okay. All right. I'm going to move on to the next page here. And it should have hair loss at the top, right? Hair loss, and it should say normal hair loss is 40 to 100 hairs per day. Okay, not every day, but you can lose that much, up to that in one day. Because the hair, remember, grows in stages, so sometimes it's already falling out. Okay, so 40 to 100 strands a day. Right, then you go into androgenetic hair loss. Okay, and this is alopecia or excessive hair loss. Okay. And alopecia is spelled ALOPECIA, or excessive hair loss. Right. Then you have androgenetic alopecia. Okay, and this is a combination of heredity, hormones, and age, which actually causes a progressive shrinking or miniaturization, they call it, of the scalp's follicles. Once it starts to shrink like this, then the hair doesn't actually start to grow back. Once that blood's not feeding to it and there's no room for it to grow, it just stops. So under the androgenetic alopecia, you're going to write, it's a combination of heredity, hormones, and age, which causes progressive shrinkage or miniaturization of the scalp follicle.
Can you repeat
Go
that?
ahead,
again?
Anna, you're going to ask me.
Yeah. Can you repeat that again?
Combination, yes, a combination of heredity, hormones, and age, which causes progressive shrinking or miniaturization of the scalp. Did you get it all in? Sure, okay, just making sure. Max, hold on. Okay. All right, males. Okay, this is known as male pattern baldness. Okay, it's known as male pattern baldness. And in females, we just call it thinning of the hair. And if you notice that we basically lose it in different areas. So women start to lose it like a little bit through here, okay, and men start to lose it here. They just get a higher forehead. Or more forehead actually shows, let's put it that way. All right, then it has other types of hair loss, correct? All right, your first one's going to be postpartum alopecia. Okay, this is temporary hair loss at the end of pregnancy. Okay, postpartum alopecia. Anybody need spelling? Okay. All right. Your next one is alopecia areata. Okay, and this is the sudden loss of hair in irregular patches. Okay, the sudden loss of hair in irregular patches. My dog got this when she was pregnant. She was just like patches of her hair were falling out all over her when she was pregnant. And then once she gave birth to those puppies and the hair grew back on her, it was just strange how her hair just fell off in patches at certain points. Okay. Your next one, traumatic alopecia. Okay, and this is hair loss either from twisting or pulling on the hair, like this. You know, like that old nervous habit that I've seen some people have. They twist and pull their own hair out.
Which one was that for?
That one's traction or traumatic alopecia. I had a friend when I was like 5 or 6 too. She pulled all of her hair off, all of her eyebrow hairs and all of her eyelash hairs out. She had, I was like, why did you do that? She goes, I don't like them. And she would just sit as a little kid, just pulling on these little hairs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, leave the hair, leave the hair.
Can you say which one that one was?
Right, and your last.
Can you say which one that one was for?
That one was traction or traumatic alopecia.
And what was it again?
Twisting. It's hair loss from pulling or twisting. And we've got one more, which is telogen effluvium. This is premature shedding of the hair. Okay, premature shedding of the hair. All right. Then we're going to go down to hair loss treatments. Okay, and you should 5 of them, right?
There's still 2 more that you didn't do. It's
Still 2
alopecia
more.
areata, totels.
Total. I don't even have that one. Go ahead, put that one down. And I don't have a textbook in front of me, so I'm sorry. I'm going to leave them to Anthony. What have you got on this one?
Okay, so totalis is the total loss of hair on the scalp.
Okay. Be like baldness, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one?
The other one is universalis, which is the loss of hair over entire scalp and body. So it's like complete baldness.
Okay.
You ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's like there's no hair on your body at all. You are like, what do they call those little rats that have no hair? Little cats that have no hair or something on
Oh, the
them, right?
furless
You have nothing on your body. That kind of be kind of. But you know what? Hair is there to keep us warm. So, you know, we do need some of it. They're probably cold all the time. Right? Because that's exactly what happens is when you get cold, right? Your erectile pili pushes the hair follicle, right? And it kind of makes it contract so that you warm yourself up. Okay, hair loss treatments then. Okay, the first one is going to be FDA approved products. Okay, FDA approved products. Can anyone think of one right off the bat?
Rogaine.
Minoxidil. Rogaine, there's another one, yeah. Those are all FDA approved. Okay. Number 2 are going to be products that provide the ideal environment for new growth. Okay. Products that provide the ideal environment for new growth. Okay, and the third one is going to be surgical options. Oh. Will you hear this next one? Okay. Fourth is going to be wigs, toupees, hair additions, and weaves. Okay. Now I saw the craziest thing. Okay, because you guys are all familiar with dermals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Implants and all that kind of stuff, right? So this one guy, he did not want to. I guess he didn't want to have his whole head transplanted. So he actually took 4 dermals right here, one here, one here, one right here, and one right here. And he had his toupee snapped on. So it's like the little snaps, they're like in your jacket, okay?
Oh.
Embedded into his skin. And so the hairpiece snapped on like this, so he wouldn't lose it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Who would go to those extremes when you could have just had a hair transplant or something, right? That just, I don't know, people are just strange, but that is another way of actually getting hair back on your scalp, I guess. I'm sorry, it wouldn't be a female doing something like that, okay? It'd have to be a male trying to do something like that. I don't know, spirit gum, hold the little rug down, whatever it takes, but I don't think I'd go to the extreme of putting a dermal in just to hold my hair down. All right, and then the last one would be cosmetic thickeners, okay, that simply coat the hair. Now, some of you have seen those ones where they spray it on and it looks like it's just laying a coat of hair fibers, right, on top of their own hair, and it just gets thicker and thicker. It's kind of a strange, that's a strange breed too. I had a friend of mine that used one of those one time, and I'm like, you're going to go to a club and you're going to dance. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sweaty underneath those lights. All I can see is this black stuff dripping down your face as that paint starts to wear off. There was just some weird stuff that I'd seen back in the 70s and 80s, let me tell you, for people trying to replace their hair. Okay. Okay, so did you get all 5 of them, right? You've got FDA products, approved products anyways, products that provide the ideal environment for new growth, surgical options, wigs, toupees, hair additions, or weaves, and then cosmetic hair thickeners that coat the hair. We good? All right. Let's move over to the next page on 193. It should say purpose of shampooing. Am I correct? All right. The purpose of shampooing is to cleanse the scalp and hair by removing the dirt and oil and product buildup. Okay.
Which
So
smart
it's
notes
to
is
cleanse
that?
the,
This is 7.3.
oh, 7.3,
Okay.
sorry, 7.3, yeah. I keep forgetting that these things change. I'm just not used to it. I'm so sorry. So I'll wait for you, Anna, if you got to pull up your 7.3. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go look. Anybody else need to pull up 7.3 for their notes?
Yes, I have to. Give me 1 second.
Yes, I will. Wait a minute. Scalp pigmentation, like microblading for the scalp. Who said that? Adriana. Where are you? Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, You actually saw that? It's like
I-
microblading for the scalp?
Yeah, I've seen like tutorials for it.
Ooh, wow. That would be painful. That would be like really painful. 'Cause the microblading is painful.
Which 7.3 is it? 'Cause there's like
7.3?
3 different ones.
I think it's the very first one.
Yeah, it would be the first. You got it, Shakur?
Yeah.
Okay, hon. Okay, so should be on purpose of shampooing. That should be the first thing that's on that page, okay? You're going to,
Okay, 7.3, what is it? What's the lesson called? Because there's like 3 of them, I think.
Draping and shampooing.
Okay.
yeah,
I'm gonna
draping,
go-
shampooing, and scalp massage. Yeah,
Okay, I'm just gonna go type it out. I'll be right back.
all right. Oh, wait. So, wow, could you imagine microblading your whole scalp? You know what microblading is, right? It's like little tattoos, little hairs.
No.
Yeah, ouch.
It would probably
Nope.
only look good like from a certain angle.
Right? Photographs. So with that same spray on stuff, it gets a little fuzzy up there. It looks good from the angle, the side angle, right? Oh, you have a full head of hair. Venetia, thank you. Okay. She's printing it out. Hi, Max. You gonna say hi?
Yeah, sorry, hi.
There you go. Just want to make sure you're with me, right? All right. You guys don't get handouts, or do you get handouts during the week? No, not anymore.
Well, I'm guessing maybe
I know.
the school students probably do, but the rest of us don't.
You got to pull it up from the lesson, huh?
It's easy for me, so I don't know what it's like for everybody else, but for me, it's simple. It's in the pivot point, so.
I know, but you know what? I have really, my morning class is just, they can't find anything. Really, they can't. I'm like, I need help getting them to show them how to do it.
Now I
Okay.
go to the pivot point, I just type in the chapter number like 8 or 7 or whatever, and it gives me everything I need.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're back, Anna? You ready? Okay, so that first answer for your purpose of shampooing is going to be to cleanse the scalp and hair, okay, by removing the dirt, oils, and product buildup. Because you know that improper cleansing can lead to scalp disorders. Right? You can end up with, what's pityriasis?
Can you repeat the last word that you said?
Product buildup? Okay. Or you're talking about pityriasis?
I don't know, the one that
That
you
was
were-
just a question.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying for to cleanse the scalp of hair, to remove, I didn't get the last.
Dirt, oils, dirt, oils, and product buildup. And so then I just added a little bit in there. I said, what happens to the hair when you don't properly cleanse the scalp, right? You end up with scalp conditions or disorders, right? Okay, that's all I was asking. All right, where it says draping theory, to hair care services to protect our clients' skin and clothing, okay? We drape prior to hair care services to protect the client's skin and clothing. Okay. What do we use to protect the client's skin from the drape?
A neck strap.
Towel?
Neck strip, towel, yeah, both of those. Yep. So you have to have something against that because they can't have that bare skin against that drape. Okay, then it goes into shampooing and conditioning theory, right? All right, and it's performed before most services except before certain color or chemical services, okay? It's performed before most services, okay, except certain color and chemical services. Okay, so shampooing and conditioning would be done before certain color or chemical services. So when would we would not shampoo somebody's hair? Okay, what service would we be doing if we are not going to give them a shampoo first?
The perm.
Yeah. perm.
Relaxer? Perm we shampoo. We shampoo or perm. Relaxer we don't,
Bleach.
right?
Color.
Bleach, yeah. Color. So basically that's what they're trying to let you know. Certain ones you're going to not do it and certain ones you will be doing it. Okay, you just got to know what services you're going to be doing first. All right, so then it goes into water and it says soft and hard, right? Okay, so soft water you're going to put it is generally preferred. Okay, either soft water or rainwater or chemically treated water. That's the one we like to use. Okay, so under soft, you're going to write generally preferred for shampooing, rainwater, or chemically treated water. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, we kind of touched base on this before when we were in chemistry, but with softer water, you use less product to get a lather out of it. Okay. And if it's harder water, it takes more product to actually get a lather to actually think that you're cleaning their hair. Okay, so hard water will have a lot of minerals in it and they'll attach to the hair. So you don't want to have those minerals left on hair prior to a perm, right? Because that's why we do a clarifying shampoo prior to it, right? So that's what they're talking about. We like to have a soft water, okay? Or a little bit softer or chemically treated water, not hard water, all right? Then under hard water, you're going to write it contains minerals that do not allow the lather to flow freely. I've only got one for proper procedure. Are there more than one, Anthony?
For proper procedures.
Someone-
There's
Yes. Four. Let me see if I got
It
this right.
says it's
Ask
for
the client to remove her
draping.
jewelry. Yeah, ask the client to remove her jewelry. I'm thinking that would be one of them. What does yours say? Anthony, what are the four steps for the proper draping?
I'm trying to see where that's even at.
It's by the
Okay.
picture of the glue.
Oh, yes, for proper draping. It's
Okay.
in general, a towel or plastic waterproof cape is used for shampooing. That's one. The plastic cape protects the client and the client's clothing from becoming wet.
Chemicals.
A neck strip is 3, and a cloth cape is 4.
Okay. Everyone get that? So you had a plastic drape, right?
What was the one for the cloth drape?
So a cloth cape is usually used for
hair
designing and
cutting?
sculpting services, dry hair.
Mhm.
What was number 2
And your
again?
chemical ones are the plastic drapes.
So number 2 is
What was
plastic
number
cape.
2?
Plastic cape protects the client from clothing from becoming wet
Okay.
or damaged during the services mentioned about chemical stuff like that.
Yeah. And your plastic would be used for your chemical services.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that help? Everybody get all 4 of them? I didn't know there was 4. No, I do. Change it up just a little bit. So I go up to Anthony because I know he's finished his book. I'm like, okay, what have you got up there? Thank you. All right. Our next part of this should say temperature, right? Underneath the water. And then I'm going to give you a break. Okay. Temperature. The water temperature should be lukewarm to medium warm. It shouldn't be too hot or too cold. So you want to monitor that water temperature before you apply it to the client's scalp. You're always testing. Okay, whoever just said they had to leave. Okay, so monitor the water before you apply it to the scalp. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you guys take a 10-minute break. Be back here at 1:35. Okay, you're next 13 minutes. Okay, 1:35. All right. See you. I hate that when they change all those things. My book's not the same as yours. It's like. Thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome.
You're so sweet.
Sometimes.
No, you are. You've been really helpful in this class, okay? Because let me tell you, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I was trying to remember those steps and I kept thinking, I remember one of them used to be, it was like, tell the client to put her jewelry in her purse and not to put it onto the counter or anything like that, because they'll lose it. And then you're responsible. You're gonna feel horrible if it gets lost. And trust me, I've done that. I used to throw away my poor students' notes. I must have thrown away like 6 or 8 of them. And I remember her telling me one day, my grandmother loves you. I go, why? And she said, because you've thrown away all of my jewelry from my nose. And I went, oh, I'm sorry. Because I was trying to help her clean everything up and she had left it right there where all of her. Huh?
Well, it does talk about that. It talks about,
What?
you know, folding the collar of the clothes in and then putting the towel and the neck strip and asking them to take their jewelry off. But in the book where it lists those steps, it just says, yeah, it just says, and they're not even really steps or anything. They're just the different types of things, that you put on.
Who else has got their sound on the site? Because she's echoing whoever it is. I don't know.
It's just me.
Just you?
I think so.
What are you guys on in your day class? Are you on the floor yet?
I am.
Ooh.
I did
How do you like that?
I did my first client on Saturday.
Yeah. What did you do? Was it a haircut?
It was layers.
Oh, you liked it?
I did. I was very nervous before, but once I connected with the client, my personality really just came out. I'm ready to do a lot more. That's for sure.
Yeah. And that's what it is too. It's that first connection. I used to tell my students, like, oh, the first thing you had to do is start, because they're ready to work with you and you're like, and I go, start, begin, do something, pick up a comb. Oh yeah. Because they're so nervous.
For me, I was nervous before, but as soon as I greeted them, it was over after that. It was just like, I'm a chatty person. I was very chatty. I picked everything up as soon as she helped me and I just started going for it. So asking her how her day was, what their plans were for the day, stuff like that.
See, that connection works with you too, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they make that connection with you, that first little connection. Because they make a decision whether they like you or not like you right off the bat, you know? And that's your first impression to them. And I go, no matter what you do, you're just overly nice, no matter what. And I go, and when you do that, they end up having to be nice. They can't be mean if you're just.
I thought it was great. She was asking if she could take before and after pictures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but and in the after picture, she wanted me in the picture next to her because it was an older woman, and she was there with her daughter, and so the woman was in a wheelchair,
and I pushed my chair out of the way and I wheeled her up. It hurt my back a little bit to do her hair because I had to go down because she was in the wheelchair. But it was good. She was very nice. She had really pretty soft hair, so it was.
That is sweet.
Mhm. It made
I
me.
remember.
It made me feel like everything was so much better after that. My day was better. My days have been better. Like, I can't wait to try another client, regardless of what it is. So it did. It really did. It's a good feeling.
I remember my first one in the salon, okay, that I had done, and no one wanted to work on her because she was in a wheelchair. Come to find out, the woman was in a wheelchair because she had gained so much weight that she couldn't walk. Okay, and so her husband brought her in there, and she was going to be having that sleeve surgery. Okay, so what she did when she came in to see me, she told me this whole story, right? And then the next time that she came in, it was probably about 2 months later, okay, after she had surgery and everything, and she came in and she had lost quite a bit of weight. This time she walked into the salon and no one even recognized her. But from that day forward, she was my client, like just stuck with me. For years, she stuck with me. And I felt so proud because everyone else was treating her so badly because she was in a wheelchair. They just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, you know what? That's really, really shame on you, because you don't know why they're in a chair. You don't. And I had a brother that ended up being a quadriplegic. So I get really irritated when people kind of give you this feeling of, oh, I'm not going to do that. Why? It's a person. Okay. That's what it is. You need to treat them as a human being.
Right.
So good for you. Good for you. Where's she going? She's like all over the place.
She's going to get her hair done.
Oh.
Venetia.
Are you trying to find your salon?
No, I'm in Napa Valley.
Oh, I'm watching this and she's like all these buildings and the phone's going up.
I'm in Napa Valley.
Wow, it must be nice, I
It's
said you get a
nice,
class
yeah.
out in Napa.
It's so peaceful.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Nice.
And it's pretty out there, I can see. There's blue skies.
Yeah. Right now we are downtown, where all the restaurant and stuff is. So we are on our way to go for wine tasting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for
I just
you.
didn't want to miss my class. I did all my smart note and everything way before the class. So that way I can just listen and I don't have to write anything. Yeah.
Because it's already filled in, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I'm on chapter 8 already, nearly done with chapter 8. Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Victoria Ramirez, I didn't have her down here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You should have 18.
Okay, who left? Huh? I should have 18, right? Yeah, I have 19. Who left though? I'm trying to figure out who that was that left. She said she had a doctor's appointment. I'm like, okay. Tatiana. Okay. Yeah, I was like trying to figure out who the one that left me the message. I'm like, who is that? Okay. All right. They should be coming back here in a couple minutes. I feel like I've been gone for like 2 weeks. Been stuck in the back here. Let's come back here. Here, Ava, when did you come in? Ava, when did you come in?
I came in a little bit late because I had to finish high school.
Okay. Okay. So let me call roll here. Got Anthony, Athena, you back? Athena.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jasmine H, got you. Okay, Victoria R, there you are. Anna M. Alicia J, did you come back?
Yes,
There you go, okay.
I'm about to log out.
Savannah. Okay. Okay, Valerie, are you back?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there you go. All right, Victoria D,
Here.
there you are. Okay. Sam H, got you. Abby Shakur, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Max,
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
that's okay. Venetia, Adriana M. Jocelyn, you back? Okay, and then Ava. So I got Jocelyn and Adriana still coming back. I know this sounds so funny. Sam, have you ever seen that show, The Brady Bunch? The little kids show, and everybody's in these little boxes. Okay, and they're all looking down at each other or looking up like this. When you start to turn your head because of the way you're sitting, it's like, oh, there they are. Oh, there you are, Adriana. Okay, good. Okay, how about Jocelyn? Are you back?
Yeah.
Just waiting for you. Okay, all right, so then we can continue. Okay. Okay, this still should be 7.3. All right, this should be going into the 5 basic manipulations, right? Is that what your next area on your book is?
No.
No?
I'm
Okay.
still
Hold on.
finishing up the brushing and combing and the scalp
You're right, you're
massage
right.
theory.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Okay. So you got 3 of them, okay? So number 1 is to remove tangles under your brushing and combing, okay? Removing the tangles. Number 2 is going to be to stimulate circulation, blood circulation. And then number 3 is going to be removes dust, dirt, and buildup. So removes dust, dirt, and buildup. So removing tangles, stimulate blood circulation, removes dust, dirt, and buildup. You got them, Anna? Okay, then you're going to go into scalp massage theory, right? And it has important steps, right? And it involves manipulations that are performed to relax the muscles, okay, and stimulate that scalp. So the first bullet on that one is establish a soothing and stimulating rhythm, okay? Establish a soothing and stimulating rhythm. Okay. Number 2 is to maintain contact with the client throughout the manipulations. So maintain contact with the client throughout the manipulation. Like once you started that massage on that scalp, you don't let go of both hands. You leave it at least one hand on the scalp. Third one is to carry out manipulations with firm, controlled movements. Carry out manipulations with firm, controlled movements. Otherwise, you're just tickling them. Okay, and then your last one, you want to keep your fingernails at a moderate length, preferably short. Okay. Keep your fingernails at a moderate length. Okay, contrary to belief, they don't want you scratching their scalp. Okay, so now we can get into your 5 basic manipulations, right? Okay, so you're going to go through your effleurage, your petrissage, tapotement, friction, and vibration. Okay, so we're going to go through movement and effect, all right? So under effleurage, you're going to write light gliding strokes, okay? Light gliding strokes or circular motions made with the palms or pads of your fingertips. Made with the palms or pads of your fingertips. That's its movement. Okay, its effect is relaxing and soothing. Relaxing and soothing. All right, petrissage, okay, under its movement is light or heavy kneading. Light or heavy kneading or rolling of the muscle. Okay, this is between the thumb and your fingers. So it's a light or heavy kneading and rolling of the muscle between the thumb and fingers. Okay, and this one's effect is going to be deep stimulation of muscles, nerves, and skin glands. Okay, deep stimulation of muscles, nerves, and skin glands, and it promotes circulation of blood and lymph.
It promotes circulation of what was the
Blood and lymph. LYMPH. Okay. Then you have tapotement, and its movement is light tapping or slapping applied with the fingertips. Like tapping or slapping applied with the fingertips. Okay. And the effect on this one is stimulates nerves, promotes muscle contraction, and increases blood circulation. So stimulates nerves. Okay, I gotcha. Promotes muscle contraction and increases blood circulation. Okay, everyone get that? All right. Friction, its movement is circular movement with no gliding. Okay, circular movement with no gliding, used on the scalp or with a facial. Okay, used on the scalp or with a facial. So I explain this one to my students because effleurage is like a movement like this, where it is a glide, similar, okay, right? Like continuous stroking, all right? Friction is in one spot, so there is no gliding. You just don't lift up at all. It's just like in one spot, okay? Like I'm moving around all the way around like this, but I'm not lifting it up off of my scalp at any point, okay? So when it says no gliding, they're automatically talking about friction, okay? Now, its effect, it stimulates nerves and increases circulation. Okay. Stimulates nerves and increases circulation. Okay, and then vibration is your last one. This one, its movement is a shaking movement, kind of like just really close shaking like this, okay? And its effect is highly stimulating. Highly stimulating.
What was the movement for the vibration?
It's shaking movement. It's the shaking movement. Okay, then your next word on that page is going to be aromatherapy. Okay, and aromatherapy, okay, is basically using essential oils for relaxation purposes, stimulation and relaxation. Okay, the use of essential oils for relaxation and stimulation. Okay, because the next part of this is going to be where those oils can be used. Okay, have any of you used essential oils before? Okay, essential oil, which means it is not in a carrier. Okay, you have to be very careful with them. Okay, because usually you don't want to put them straight onto the skin if they're a pure essential. You'll know if you have a pure, because they cost a little bit more than one that you buy on the counter. Because usually the ones that are mixed with a carrier oil, like jojoba or almond oil, peach oil, even vegetable oil they'll use. Okay, when they're mixed like that, they're cheaper. But when they're straight, they're not. And they usually actually can irritate the skin sometimes if they're not mixed with something. So this next part is talking about using essential oils on certain scalp conditions. Okay. So it says normal hair, and it gives you two options, correct? You're going to put rosemary in the first one. Okay, rosemary in the first one, and chamomile on the second one. That's spelled Chamomile. Chamomile. Okay, and then you have oily hair and scalp, right? So we have patchouli, which is kind of called the hippie oil, and that's spelled Patchouli, patchouli. The second one is cedarwood, Cedarwood. And then the last one's going to be clary sage, Clary, new word, SAGE. All right, dry hair and scalp, okay. All right, you've got ylang ylang, and that's spelled YLANG, it's just same word twice, ylang ylang. Okay, the second one is sandalwood, okay. The third one is going to be lavender. Now you have to be careful with lavender because a lot of people like lavender, okay? But too much can be very stimulating, and if you get it right, the right amount, it can be very relaxing. So it can go up or down depending on how much you use. All right, oily dandruff, okay? This one is lemon, you can use lemon on it. All of your like citrusy kind of, or kind of antiseptic qualities. Rosemary is the next one. Cedarwood. And then you have one more thyme or thyme, THYME. Because there was 4 in that one, in the oily dandruff. Okay, and then your alopecia, which is your hair loss. Okay, there are 5. So you have sandalwood for the first one, bay, BAY, lavender, clary sage again, and rosemary. Okay, so you have sandalwood, bay, lavender, clary sage, and rosemary. Okay. All right. And you should have got talking points. I'm not sure that it goes into it for you just yet. Okay, so let me ask you guys some questions, a little review here. All right, because we've got how much more? That's the end of that chapter, right? Yep. Okay, so tomorrow we get to review. So you can take your test on Thursday, okay? All right, so we're going to just review a couple of little questions here to see if you were paying attention through the chapter. All right. What are the stages of hair growth? There are 3.
It's anagen, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna get these ones.
It's catagen, the second one.
Uh-huh.
And then telogen.
Right. Think of ACT, ACT. That'll help you too. Okay, so which one's the active growing stage?
That's the anagen.
Okay. And then the catagen is when it's just laying there, minded its own business. Okay, it's not doing anything. And then the telogen is when it falls out all by itself. There's no attached root sheet to it. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Name the 3 layers of hair.
Oh. Let me see if I can do this. It's there's a cortex,
Medulla and cuticle.
yeah.
Okay, so what is the one that's missing from fine hair?
the cortex, right?
The medulla. The center one is the one that's missing from fine hair, sometimes missing from fine hair. Everyone has a cortex, okay? That's where all your melanin is and everything. Remember everything being in the cortex, kind of like everything's in the dermis when you're talking about skin. Okay, and the cuticle is the outside layer. This determines whether a hair is shiny or frizzy, right? Because when it's dry and the cuticle's lifted, then the hair looks dry and damaged. The light can't reflect off of it to make it look like it's shiny and healthy. So when it's closed, think of it like when you take a flat iron to your hair, right? And you close the cuticle and the hair looks healthy, right? It's all shiny and smooth. So that's basically what they're talking about. Let's see. Okay, so we went through conditions, causes, and treatments, right? So I'm going to give you the disorder. You're going to give me the cause. How about that? Okay. Broken hair.
Is that brushing?
Well, kind of be excessive stretching. Yeah, stretching of the hair, right? How about matting?
Masses of hair tangled together.
Yep. Okay. Canities.
Isn't that the gray hair or white
And
hair?
it's yeah, what are the two causes?
Heredity and stress.
Well, we got congenital and
age,
which is birth, yeah, and age, but stress can too. You know, you can literally go gray overnight. It sounded crazy, but it has happened. There have been case studies showing that somebody just totally, I'm like, that was like a stone person right there. Like it's somebody that just turned to stone. All of a sudden she wakes up and she's got gray hair. What happened? Did I fall asleep for 100 years or what? So yeah, there are weird things that happen to our hair. Okay, let me see here. Okay, we're gonna go through just a couple questions then, since you guys know all of this, right? Everyone's like, I don't know all this. All right. First question, because we gotta pass up some time here. An abnormal coverage of hair on the body where it's normally grown is known as, anybody want to take a wild guess? Overgrowth of hair.
hypertrichosis.
Trichosis, good, that was good. Let's see. Oh, we didn't discuss this, so this is gonna be something if you read the book, okay? This is one of those, did you read, all right? People with what color of hair on the average have the most hair strands?
Blonde.
Yeah? Blonde, that was red.
That's what I thought too. I was gonna say
Red.
it's red.
It's red. Okay, give me the medical term for head lice. I'm making your brain think, right?
Oh yeah.
This one makes no sense because it starts out with like petty, okay?
That's what I thought it was. Petty something.
It is. And petty, we would think of like feet, right? Pedicure. But it's pediculosis capitis, remember? You're close if you were thinking that, yeah. All right. What's the name of the hair shortly after birth? That baby fine hair that you're kind of born with. What's it known as? Starts with an L.
Because there's two, but there's two different types of baby.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm getting
You thinking like Velis and Lanugo, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
The other
Lanugo's
one's
the
with
one,
V.
yeah, Velis is the one that it kind of turns into, I guess you say, after birth, but Lanugo is when you're first born, that baby fuzz.
That's right. So that's the first one, and then
Yep.
it goes into the
Here's
second.
Velis, yeah. All right. What's the average daily loss of hair?
40 to 100.
Good. Pay attention. Okay. This hair loss is caused by excessive stretching. What happens when you're in traction?
Friction.
Well, traction is pulling on it, right?
Yeah.
So
The traumatic.
it's yeah, traction or traumatic alopecia. Yeah, good. All right. Let's see. Next one. Okay. This massage movement is light, gliding, or circular strokes.
Effleurage.
Mhm. Okay. What type of shampoo are good for cleansing light, color treated, or dry, brittle hair? This still is in this. I know it sounds crazy. It's still in this textbook. Okay, in this chapter. So it is a carryover, but it's still this chapter. Do you remember if they've got damaged hair at all? They should be using this type of a shampoo, and it's like 2 words.
Acid balance.
That's it. That's it. Okay. What's the term used to describe the combination of sense and smell and the use of plant extracts?
Aromatherapy.
There you go. What type of shampoos are used to remove residue, such as product buildup?
Cleansing shampoos.
Clarifying one?
Clarifying.
I was like,
It's okay. All of this is in that brain. It's hard to remember all that stuff. Okay. So let's go back to this word. What does pityriasis mean?
well, that means dandruff. Dry scalp.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you, what's pityriasis steatodes?
That's the oily one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The term used for excessive hair loss.
Alopecia.
Yep. Long, thick, pigmented hair that's on your scalp or your eyebrows is referred to this type of hair. What's the name of that hair?
Celia?
Okay, it's long, thick, pigmented hair on the scalp or eyebrow hair. That's really not fair because eyebrow hair is sometimes supercilia, because what's lash hair? Cilia, right? So you got supercilia that's above, but it's also known as something else on a male. So it's male eyebrows. But whatever your scalp hair is supposed to be called, do you remember what that word is? Starts with a T. Terminal hair. Okay. Facial hair is known as what? Barbara. That's it. That's the word. They don't go through all that at the beginning of this chapter. It should have, because we covered it. The different types of hair. Here, I'm going to actually pull this part of the book back up. Okay. Yep. Because it's not. Okay. Give me some hair loss treatments. You get 5 choices.
FDA approved
Yep.
ones.
Mhm.
Hair trends.
Cosmetic, yes.
The toupees and wigs and weaves and all that.
Right.
Surgical options.
Yep. Surgical options.
Products for the hair, for that infect the environment or something like that with the environment.
Yeah, the ideal environment for growth. Yes, new growth. Mhm. You got them.
And then, yeah, there's the one that's just specifically like Rogaine stuff. like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so what's the purpose of shampooing?
It's to cleanse all the dirt and oil and grime away from the scalp.
Yeah.
And the hair.
Okay. And what's the purpose of a drape?
To protect the client.
Mhm. And their clothes.
And their clothes. Mhm. Okay, what does brushing and combing achieve?
Removing
Besides
buildup
design.
and dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, remember it's the dust, dirt, and buildup. Yeah. What else?
Stimulate circulation.
Yep. One more.
Removes tangles.
Yes, that's it. Okay. Let me see. What else have I got in here? What is androgenetic alopecia?
Isn't that the one where like all of your whole body's bald?
No.
Or is that the other one?
Yeah. That's another one that we were talking about. This one has to do with the shrinking of the follicle. Yeah. Hold on just a second, you guys. There we go. All right, sorry guys. Okay, so the one that's the androgenetic alopecia is a combination of heredity, hormones, and age that shrinks the hair follicle. Okay, you get that one? Okay. What else here? What is hair made of?
It's made of keratin protein.
Good. Okay. Here's a good one. Okay. What are the three factors that affect behavior?
It's weather condition. It's
Environment, yeah.
environment. Affect the behavior. Environment.
I wasn't here and I'm just guessing, but is this stress one of them?
No, but it's gonna be your genes, like heredity, your parents, right? Your hair is usually like your parents' hair, right? Okay, and then the last one would have been products and appliances. Like whatever we put on it, it's gonna affect it, right? So those are the three that affect the behavior of the hair. Okay, let me see here. Oh, what does albinism mean?
Loss of pigmentation.
Yes, that's good. It's like, oh my God, am I gonna get mixed up with alopecia? You're right. It's not mine, mine's back here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hair evaluation. There's 4 of them. What are they?
Hair evaluations, you want to evaluate the texture, porosity, elasticity.
Density.
And density, yeah, you're right. Texture, density, porosity, and elasticity. Good. Very, very good. Okay. Let's see. Oh, what's the study of hair called?
It's trichology.
Yep. Okay, and there's two primary parts of the hair. What are they?
Two primary parts of the hair. Shoot.
Is it the root and fiber?
Yep, that was good. Okay, how about the three shapes of the follicle?
Oh, there's. Shoot.
One of them's like elliptical.
Elliptical, yep. And then
Circle.
round, right?
Oval.
And then an oval, yes. It's a round, oval, and elliptical. Okay, what does keratinization mean?
It's a process where cells change their shape, dry out, and form the keratin protein.
Right. So as we grow, you know, our nails are our hard keratin, right? Okay, it actually makes up feathers on birds, okay, hoofs on animals. It's kind of creepy how this stuff works. I was like, ew, ew, ew. Okay, let's see. I'm kind of going through all of this stuff and I can't find you anything. Okay, aha. Tiana, what does that mean?
That means ringworm.
Oh, yes, okay. And scabies.
That's little bugs and red spots and pus things. Gross.
Good. Okay. Anything that we've covered that you don't understand? This was a short chapter, although I thought it was a longer chapter than this, considering that's our main chapter, right? We're doing hair.
Well, they have us continuing it next week.
I know, and I thought, I'll have to tell him he's got to change it. What else? What type of work do they have you doing as far as homework?
So this week, they only have us doing smart notes 1 and 2.5 of the terms.
Okay.
And then they have us do smart notes 3 next week. You know, this week coming up, they'll have us do it with the rest of the terms. So I'm guessing it's going to be more stuff on chapter 7 this week.
Okay.
Maybe just to give us
I
more
think
time
you
to
can
do
finish
the
it
terms,
today,
I think.
you know? Yeah, because I've given you the rest of the chapter pretty much. So I think you can finish it today and then we don't have to go through it. We can start on chapter 8 next week. How's that? So like a plan?
I can't answer for other people.
Okay. How many keywords do you have? I don't even know
It's
how
like
many.
124.
Oh, Lord.
We have
Okay, so you're working on that.
124 terms, and Donovan said that we have to do half this week and do half next week.
Okay. Have you done any of them yet?
No.
I'm done. I'm almost done with chapter 8.
You do realize what I've said before, if you do it, you take the definition from the textbook, okay? It's one sentence. If you go to the glossary and try and find the word and get the definition, it's 3 sentences. I don't know why you would want to do that. It's like, just find the word within the chapter itself. It's so much easier. It really is. And it makes it easier to understand when you take it right from the chapter. You know,
I still can't find the glossary in my book. I can find the index, but not the glossary.
Yeah, I don't have a glossary either. I just have an index.
Did you check both parts of that? Like, I'm assuming, isn't there 2 parts? You have a textbook and you have a study guide, right?
No.
Most of us get our study guide from Pivot Point. Like there's like options for us to click on like the rubric or the learning kind of challenge things, and that's where we get it from.
Okay. I was like, I didn't realize how many words there are, considering there really isn't a big chapter, right?
I think some of them are from old chapters too.
From other chapters, you think?
I think like previous ones, yeah.
We've had some of these words before.
Well, no. Yeah? Which words have you had before? Let's see. because you know what they are.
Definitely had the massage ones before, but only some
Yeah,
of
that's,
us.
that would have been probably from chapter 15, huh?
But see, only some of us though. I think that's why they're mixed in.
Oh.
Because only some of us have gone through that and some of us haven't.
Well, I think it's because there's a scalp massage that's different, but you use the same manipulations. You know what I'm saying? You still use effleurage, but you use it a different way, yeah. So there's a scalp massage, and then there's like a hand massage for manicure, there's a foot massage for pedicure, there's a facial massage, but they're using the same manipulations. So that's probably why you've got those 3 chapters at least. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll have those manipulations in mani-pedi and facials, right? You should anyways. Okay. Because you should have like in the hair chapter, you should have like scientific brushing, that kind of stuff, right? Okay. And that's where it comes from, okay? Because once you do your brushing all the way around the scalp, right, then you go back in and you're massaging the scalp. Okay. All right. Are there any questions so far about this chapter? Because tomorrow we will go over the test questions, okay, so that you can finish this part up. I'm going to let them know. You guys finish as much as you can. We just get rid of this chapter.
That's what I was gonna ask. You want us to just kind of like do as much as we can of the words?
Yes, because 8's pretty short too. Design decisions, it's kind of short. Okay, and I think then it goes into hair cutting. Hair cutting is kind of short. Hair styling is big. Okay, chapter 10 is big. I do know that.
It's big.
Yeah, it's a big one. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go for the day. Okay, 2:15. I dragged it out as much as I could. I can't take it out any further. All right, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay. All righty. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.